Well, hello there, nerds. This is, in fact, another Gentle Unity reaction. We are We're gonna try and get a couple of these done, but I'm kind of running low on time, so we might only get 2 or 3. But yeah, this is a reaction to a new track featuring, at the moment, embattled frontman of Rammstein, Till Lindemann, with an artist named Kovacs. Just kind of came across my suggested feed and figured it was an interesting thing to do a reaction to because of the current situation with Rammstein and kind of the... It's almost like the opposite messaging in this thing. We'll get into that. For at least from what I know anyway. But yeah, we have a little bit of preamble to do real quick. Well, hello there, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for this reaction video. We have a couple of things to get out of the way before we can get back to said video. First and foremost, I do reactions as more of a initial analysis. So we're going to be stopping this. We're going to be talking over certain things. We're going to be replaying sections. We're going to be doing a lot of things that are not conducive to somebody who just wants to watch the original content. If you would rather watch the original content uninterrupted, then please go do that. I definitely would recommend that before you join me here on this reaction and analysis. Beyond that, I have to get my qualifications out of the way. I have been training in music since I was a little kid, which means approximately 30 years. I have been a professional musician and studio producer for about 20 of those 30 years. I have also been making, directing, and editing music videos and YouTube content for over a decade at this point. So I have a base of knowledge that lends itself to adding something constructive to this conversation. And that is exactly what this is. This is a conversation. This is my interpretation of what we're about to react to and analyze. If you have a different interpretation, that's what the comment section is for. Let's have a conversation about this thing, about why it may or may not be the greatest thing ever, whatever it is. I welcome the comments. I do request, though, that you try and be constructive with your criticism, or you at least have some sort of knowledge base to work from, because gotcha moments are not going to work in this comment section. I do have a pretty strong knowledge base and a pretty strong opinion most of the time. So, all of that being said, thank you very much for joining me right now, and let's get back to your regularly scheduled reaction video. All right, all of that silliness out of the way. We usually have a little bit of a structure at the beginning of these reaction videos. We're going to kind of breeze through that real quick because, again, limited on time, but also I don't really know a whole lot about this artist. So usually right here we would be doing history with the artist or history of the artist. I couldn't find much. I've only done a very cursory look for stuff from this artist, but I couldn't find much. And I mean, Till obviously is lead singer for Rammstein, and he does all the things and stuff. Expectations of this, just by perusing the comment section, it's probably going to be fairly heavy subject matter. Apparently, the description of the video, the vocalist is talking about her trauma, how she survived trauma as a child. So very much going to be about that, I'm sure. As far as the video goes, like, the ratio is crazy. It's like 3-to-1. It's super, super wide. So I'm expecting some sort of interesting cinematography as well. I also want to get a preliminary thing out of the way. Anything that I'm saying about this, like, I don't want it to come across as making light of the subject matter, because again, I'm 99.999% sure that this is going to be pretty heavy subject matter. So subject matter is not what is being analyzed here, is not what's being scrutinized here. It is a completely separate issue. We are only going to be talking about the performance, the production, and probably some video production. So anything other than that is a completely different conversation that we are not having. That being said, I think we've covered all of the sections as much as we're going to, so let's get into the reaction. And here we go.
When I was 4 years old, I thought that love was unpredictable. When I was 12
Oh, that was really cool.
years old,
That was the video wise. That we're gonna go back into that. So check that out.
love was
So in the mirror, we'll pause it here. We have, oh, that looks like Till's face. Looks like the face of the little girl here looks artificial. Looks like that was done like some deep fake stuff. It's probably the lighting, and there's probably some makeup things going on that make it look a little more shiny. That's what gives it that artificial look. But this triptych mirror here, that's really interesting that the third image would be Till. I wonder what the artistic significance is there, but just a really cool shot. You've effectively got a proper triptych because you have the original and then two reflections. But this extra reflection, that's just a really interesting shot.
When I was 12 years old, I knew that love was unsexual.
She almost has a look reminiscent of Yolandi from Die Antwoord. Very, very superficial thing that, I don't know, just felt like pointing out. Which, again, making that comparison, I know they're embroiled in their own scandal, so I don't... sorry.
Where do I begin? Where do I begin? I'm not...
She has, like, this vocal quality that's almost... Oh, I'm trying to place it. Is it Etta James that I'm hearing in there? Like, there's definitely some old blues vocalist in there. And it's going to drive me nuts. But there is definitely, like, that kind of, like, tormented, soulful kind of... It's a projection from the throat, which implies more emotion and a little less training, which is effective.
Exceptional. Where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Again, with Till in the reflection in the mirror. Very interesting choice.
I'm not a child of love. I am a child of sin. Sin. Sin.
Interesting video production piece here. We have a mix, the audio mix. Oftentimes when you have something this intense going on screen, or even just like action on screen that isn't the artist singing or the band playing or what have you, they choose to mix in the audio of what's going on screen. And there's a little bit of that, but like, why is it so muted is a really interesting question. Like, as she's splashing around here in the tub, I feel like it would be a little bit louder normally, but... And then the scream... All right, so the edit here, I think, again, great song. I'm really digging the tune, I'm really, really digging her voice. It's beautiful. But like, if you're gonna edit sounds that aren't in the audio recording of the song, then it behooves you to edit them to the rhythm of the song. So as you're making these cuts that have this dramatic audio drop in and out, it would actually accent the song if they were on beat, and they're really not. Oops, I just dropped my pick. Back a little bit.
When you were 9
There's Till.
years old, we terrorized the streets from dusk till dawn. But when I turned 16, my dirty hands would bleed from banging at your door. Where should I begin? Where should I begin? I'd seen it all before, and it will never end. It will never
I like that shot a lot. That was really
You're
cool.
not a child
So
of
let's
love, and it will never end.
right there. Oh,
It
that's a really cool shot. I really dig the composition of this shot. But all right, so Till's voice is so different when he's singing in English versus when he's singing in German. I feel like his German, he naturally is pitched down. So he's right about here, which is what? That's a B A. That's where he's sitting on for most of this, but I mean, like that, and it sounds fine, but when he's up here, like it sounds like a different person singing almost from when he sings in German, because he just has this very thick kind of baritone, but when he sings in English, when he gets out of that bottom register, the thickness goes away, and it's a very interesting phenomenon. I wonder if there's any study that's gone into that, because I don't know of any, but it's just interesting. It's something I've noticed since the Sehnsucht record, where they had the English versions of the two of Engel and Du Hast, where they just were less effective vocally than the German versions, because Till's voice just delivers differently when he sings in English.
will never end.
But that's power. Like, I'm not detracting from the fact that dude has an amazing voice and a very powerful voice.
You're not a child of love. You're a child of sin. 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 You're a child of sin. Sin. Sin.
Whoa! Whoa! That was intense. That was like super intense.
There's nothing inside of me. So what will become of me? I don't need your sympathy.
You're a child of sin.
I don't have anything. There's no commentary for this. This is just great.
You're a child of sin. Sin.
I am a child of sin. Now 29 years old, and I know your love was unacceptable.
Okay. Like, I really don't know where to go from there because just kind of heavy all over. The production was fantastic. Like, I maybe would have not compressed her voice a little bit, but that's super nitpicky of me. Like, I feel like there was a lot of the just the mouth movement that got picked up in the studio because they compressed it so much, like you could hear her swallow. But that is an atmospheric thing. That is totally a matter of taste. Totally a matter of it's very subjective. And I still would have left some of that in, but I feel like that last refrain at the end, what technically it would have been bridge out of the end. Just it felt a little like ASMR and a little distracting, though the amount of compression, because she was delivering those lines this close to the microphone. She was absolutely right up on top of it, which she should have been. But I don't know, just a little less ASMR and a little more intimate, I feel like, if you follow my meaning. But otherwise, I dig it. I really like this song. I've always known that I like Till's music. I really hope that some of the issues he's going through right now get worked out in a way that is beneficial to all involved, so that nobody comes away with anything extremely negative attached to their name. And I feel like this is not... I know somebody in the comments section, and I didn't go deep enough into the comment section on the original video, which go watch the original video, but I don't feel like this is like a PR thing for Till. I don't think, because obviously they had to record this a little while ago, and then like all of the production had to go into it. So this has probably been in the works for a while. And so it coming out now is purely coincidental. I don't think this is Till being like, oh, I have to do a song that deals with similar subject matter to what I'm being accused of in order to make myself look good. I don't think that's what this is. I think Till just had an opportunity to make a beautiful song with a great artist, and the timing is unfortunate or fortunate, however you want to look at it. So I don't want to see that kind of comment out there, because that's very uninformed. But yeah, I dig it. I really like this. Go check out the original. Thank you very much, nerds, for joining me. I gotta get at least one more of these done, so we're gonna cut that here because I got nothing else to add to the conversation. What do you have to add to the conversation, though? Absolutely put that down in the comments section. Thank you very much, nerds. We'll see you when we return to our regularly scheduled nerd news in a couple of weeks. And yeah, just enjoy yourselves, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.